Hello there, my name is Valerie White Williams and I would like to welcome you to my channel, Cosmic Splendor, and this is where I get to talk about astrology, spirituality, and how to feel safe in this world. So what I'm talking about today is the need to clear your energy and your space. Space is basically your energetic body. So when I went to the Washington Psychic Institute, this is something that was stressed with us over and over again. We are all energetic beings in our body, but we can sometimes get hang-oners, things that are merging with us. So we often can merge with people that we love and people we don't like. So we're kind of have a lot of Velcro. We have our aura and our field, but we are all one in reality. And so sometimes we can kind of get, I want to say, kind of invaded. Sometimes the invasion is somebody that you know and they love you and they want to kind of get in your space and connect with you. Sometimes it's a client that is still hanging around after the session is over. Sometimes it's like walking through a busy, crowded street and you're picking up all kinds of static. There's lots of ways you can pick up energy that is not yours. So basically they told us that there's what's ours and what's someone else's, and we don't need to keep it in our space. Sometimes we have this idea that if we really love somebody and we're really bonding, that we kind of have to merge. We become this big blob. And then you're not feeling very comfortable because there's stuff that's not really yours. So there's lots of instances where we need to have some clearing rituals. There's some very light kind of merging, and then there's more severe things. But there are techniques that you can use to let go of the hanger-ongers. And this is not taught. We're not taught. We're all actually, culturally are trying to be merged as one. That's kind of what's going on the planet right now. They're trying to railroad us into certain places and trying to use more control dramas to kind of get us to comply. But none of this feels good. And that's why when you learn to meditate and tune in, you can tune in and go, you know what? I'm not feeling really good in my space. And that's where you need to clear it out. Now, there's lots of styles of meditation. There's meditation to feel oneness, to be still. But the way they taught our style is to really make sure we're clearing our energy system. So the way you clear your energy system is you ground. I've talked about that before. You are centered, and I have a video about that. And then you run your energy, and then you try to have some techniques to let go of what is hanging on you. And then you feel more like yourself. Now, there's lots of different ways to do it. You can actually just use breath. So once you know about your grounding cord, you can just take anything. You can take a ball of whatever's in your space that you feel isn't yours. Just wrap it up in this ball in your mind and just shoot it down, like you're gonna flush it down, just letting it go. Another thing you can think of is like having a big ball of sunshine above your head, or a rain, or whatever it feels like, and you're just gonna rain down your aura. You're gonna let everything fall all the way down until the bottom, and allow that to just let go of things. Now, it's a way to do it, taking a shower can do that too, but also just energetically. We have way more control of our energy and spirituality than we are taught, because we are powerful beings, but we've been locked in this control drama. This is where it's at right now. And the controllers don't want to give it up. In fact, we're food for them. Yeah, that's another subject. But what's important is you need to, clear. You need to clear. And even if you commute on a bus, or I'm sensitive. I can feel the energy. And sometimes it'll just attract to us like Velcro. And sometimes we feel, especially women, like, oh, we have to be polite. We need to let anyone have access to our energy. No, because our energy is for us. Our energy is only us. We don't need to allow anyone in our space because it's not for them, it's for us. This is our body and our energy system. And so first of all, just being aware when you don't feel like yourself. And I've even seen people they act like, wow, that's not like you, that's like your dad, And so we can be influenced by the energies, and even spiritual beings that don't have bodies that are sticking around, that can come in. So meditating, closing your eyes, focusing on your breathing, you might tune in to like, okay, something's not feeling right, so I'm going to do some cleansing. Now, there are so many. I'm not the only one that has information on this. There's lots of ways. It's kind of like recipes. So, we talked about breathing. We talked about letting something rain through your aura and just come through with that. Another one that we learned when we were doing actually psychic readings, because we were really taught that when we go in to do a psychic reading, we have to clear our energy. We need to clear all of the things that happen to us in our day. We have some other techniques that are a little bit more advanced, but I'm going to share one more with you, which is really helpful because it's easy. And so you have to kind of be clear to be a reader, to see what's showing, because it's not your active mind, like I've talked about it. You have to be receptive. Then after we have a reading, we bond together, we have some things serious, then we had to actually meditate again and clear out what they call make separations. So actually, I'm going to share the two ways that you can do it. Now, when we were in clairvoyant school, we used a lot of clairvoyant images to do it. So I'm just going to share this with you. The first one they were taught is that we use the symbol of a rose because it's neutral, and we represent a rose for yourself and a rose for your reader, and you just close your eyes and you just see the energies going back. So whatever was in my space was in their space. We're just going to put it all back. And you can visualize that, because when you visualize, you're creative. And creativity is our power. We have power, and our visualization skills have massive power, way more power than anyone says. And your imagination is real. So if you can imagine something, you can make it. So we've all been taught that it's different, but we are energetic beings. So we can remove the energies, the strands, the strings, and just let everything go back to where it's supposed to be. So that's one. The other one is probably the easiest, and this is where we're just going to think of 5 differences, and it sounds really silly, but sometimes when you're kind of merged with people and you don't really know it, it's hard to think of those 5 differences. And we would think, okay, they're taller than me, they're older than me, they have kids, they don't have kids, they have brown hair, they're wearing red shoes. 5 differences is good. But somehow the 5 differences will help you separate from whoever you're merged with. And if you have problems finding the 5 differences, then we know there's a problem, that there's a bit of merging going on. And merging, it doesn't always feel good because someone's kind of taking up your space. So think of those 5 differences. In fact, we did it with our fingers. So we could just think of those 5 differences. And once you think of the 5 differences, they're like, I feel so much better. I feel like me, not like someone else, or some energy that picks up. Some people are very porous, and that's another thing. I'll talk about your aura and how to feel secure in your energy system. And of course, we can't see these things mostly, but they're there and you can feel it. And the more you tune into it, the more you're going to realize what's going on. All right, so if this helps you, please let me know in the comments below. Let me know of any other techniques there is to kind of clean your aura, clean your space, make separations from people. And just because you make separations doesn't mean you don't love them. It's not like you're not friends, but really everybody operates best when they have their own space and they have their own autonomy, and that's going to make you feel better. So let me know in the comments below, and let me know of anything else you'd like me to talk about, because I could talk for days about my training at the Washington Psychic Institute, and I'd love to share more with you guys. All right, take care, and I'll see you next time. Bye.